Hello everyone and welcome to your second royal reading today here at Mad World Tarot, or as I'm starting to call it, Mad Dog Tarot, with the snoring Tess as the background music to this reading with the Apprentice Tarot. I'm reading on this Sally Bedell Smith Substack story which is rumbling on. It's been teased out with new information every day, sort of one more line added to the existing story in the Daily Mail. Obviously, she's got to earn her keep, and so does the Daily Mail. So, the new bit of information that has been drip-fed to us is that Thomas Markle was scared to attend the royal wedding. So we're going to have a quick look at that little 5-card reading with the Apprentice Tarot. We're going to ask, is this true? This is the same lady, Elizabeth Anson, Liza, as she's known or was known, who told all to Sally Bedell Smith before she passed away, which is now being told to us. Interestingly, interesting timing. Looked at all of that yesterday. This new little bit of goss. According to Sally Bedell Smith, she was told by Liza that Thomas Markle was scared to attend the wedding, and Sally Bedell Smith replied, or asked in reply if Meghan was being bossy. And Liza replied, so I gather, very much so. So it went from Thomas Markle, Meghan's father, being afraid basically of attending the wedding, nervous about it, frightened, to Meghan being super bossy. I think the super bossy is something we all know, we all understand, we all get. But the frightened thing is the first time we've really heard that word, that kind of language used. He, of course, got caught out in that photo sting when he was pretending to go for the fitting, and then Meghan used that as an opportunity to ice him out of the wedding. A lot of speculation. He was never really involved. There was no ticket. There was no invitation. Doria got the invite. Thomas Markle didn't. I think that was all documented by Tom Bauer in his book. I could be wrong. If I am, apologies. But I have vague memories of that. Queen kept asking what's going on. Do you need someone to fly out, deal with, sort out, help, whatever? No, it's all under control. No, Thomas Markle at the wedding had a heart attack, landed in hospital. Now, I know there's a school of thought out on YouTube that questions that whole heart attack thing, says the medical invoices were like fake and all of that. We're not going there today. We're just going to ask a very plain question. Was he afraid of attending the wedding? Who wouldn't be, really? Having to be scrutinized by billions of people on planet Earth. If you're not in your best shape, and people digging around and saying, oh, you've been bankrupt, and look, you're overweight, and you're, whatever and whatever. So there's that. And we're going to ask if he was well supported in the run-up to the wedding by the has-beens, the Parkles. We're going to ask if Meghan really wanted him there. And we're going to ask if that heart attack was real or very convenient, shall we just say. And we need to remind you that this is tarot for fun and entertainment. It's all my opinion, all speculation. Just read energy, and disclaimer in the box below. We have as our underlying energy the late Queen, the Queen of Pentacles, and she's in reverse. This is all coming really indirectly from her. She couldn't write her memoir and tell everyone, this is what I really thought about so-and-so, and this is how I really felt about that. So it's being released and revealed now via these conduits, these third parties, basically. So it's her energy, Queen of Pentacles. She was a Queen of Pentacles. Something needs more attention and care. What needed more attention and care? Thomas Markle. The Queen was all about family. Most amazed and horrified, allegedly, that the only family member invited to the spectacle was Doria. All the other seats were filled by celebrities that Harry and Meghan had never met. Well, I'm exaggerating wildly, but it's not that far-fetched, that statement. So she wasn't best pleased with the way things were going, which is what we're hearing now from Sally Bedell Smith. So, situation: Thomas Markle afraid to go to his daughter's second, allegedly, wedding. The world, even though it's a very positive experience, a culmination. I mean, it's the pinnacle of achievement for a family to have one of your members marry into the British royal family. Well, some people might dispute that, but generally it would be perceived like that. It's also, for me, as an energy reader, publicity, all eyes on you. And as I said, billions of people looking at him, scrutinizing him, how he fits in his suit. Does he make a fool of himself somehow? What about his past? Let's look at his life. Let's unpick his life, his finances, and all of that kind of stuff. Embarrassing. If you're a sensitive person, and I do think he really is, and I say that for astrological reasons, he's a Cancerian, and also because of the way he, for a very long time, was ready to forgive Meghan and got sort of weepy and emotional about it and would do anything, just say what and I'll do it to make up with you. That kind of energy. Whole world watching. Nerve-wracking, absolutely. So, how did he feel about attending the wedding? Was he really afraid? Did he want to go? Did he want to run away and hide? And I have got the Knight of Swords, and it's in reverse. It's rash, reckless, blunt, aggressive. It can be very unexpected, very quick. A bolt. It's almost like a bolt out of the blue that this suddenly happened to him. Boom. Out of nowhere. Daughter is dating Prince Harry, and the wedding has been fast-tracked. Eugenie's been kicked to the sidelines, and now they're getting married, and you have to show up in your best suit and walk down the aisle while the cameras are rolling and the Queen is watching you. Can you imagine? And you have to go to tea parties and have dainty sandwiches and, use the right cutlery and that sort of thing. Daunting. And too sudden, too unexpected, too stressful. Knight of Wands in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse. I'm just getting that it was all very stressful for him. Somebody with heart issues, didn't want to have to deal with this. Difficult for him. And I think it was presented to him in quite a cold and difficult way. Harry, I think, quite a cold phone call to him, not respectful, not welcome into our family. I'm coming out to visit you and ask for your daughter's hand in marriage. It was quite harsh and ruthless from what I can vaguely recall, has been reported about that only conversation that two men ever had. Interestingly. So was he supported? Was he coached? Was he made to feel welcome? And we've booked your ticket and we are going to sort everything out for you. All you have to do is enjoy yourself. How was the actual vibe around this? I'm getting the Six of Pentacles. It's the card of charity. And so on the surface, I think Meghan and Harry could say quite honestly, hand on heart, oh, we're doing everything we need to do to make him feel welcome, to make arrangements for him and all of that. But you can see quite vividly in that card what it's really about. It's about charity. And what charity can do is make someone feel really small. And that's how I feel they treated him, like a beggar. Oh, we know you're broke. We know you're bankrupt. We know you can't afford to buy a suit. We know you can't afford anything. We know that your life is a mess and you are a mess. And so here's the ticket. And our driver will fetch you, or a driver will fetch you and drive you to the hotel, and you'll stay there. And then you'll be picked up at this time. Make sure you've brushed your hair and had a shower and whatever. And that. I'm getting that kind of vibe. I'm an energy reader. This is a tarot reading. This is for entertainment purposes. This is my opinion and my wild speculation based on tarot cards. Did Meghan want her father there, or was she embarrassed, afraid of what he might say, ashamed, anything like that. Her feelings about him, oh, she did not want him there. That's her. Queen of Wands, fire sign woman. And no, she didn't want him there. She wanted all eyes on her, of course. But interesting, it says, craves attention, problems with self-esteem. Interesting that should show up in this reading. Embarrassed, in other words, ashamed of her origins, of her family of origin, of where she came from. This is her father, who, regardless of the tinfoil, had theories, the conspiracy theories about the Markles. And I do think the Markles are a pretty dodgy bunch, and I think they all thought they'd make their gazillions out of this royal connection, all eager to jump on that bandwagon and further their fortunes. But Thomas Markle stepped up when Doria wasn't around, took Meghan in, kept her, sent her to good schools, made sure she was looked after, she was fetched and carried with drivers, taken to studio, ate in the best restaurants, went on nice holidays, went to a very good university, joined one of those things that I have no idea how they work, because it's not a thing where I am, but whatever those sororities or however you say it, paid tons of money. I had no idea how much money was involved in all of that. It got her into acting, did everything that he could to further her career, accommodate her personality, her ambitions, her need for attention, her need for fame and fortune and success. He loved her. She's embarrassed and ashamed. That is what's coming through. Problems with self-esteem is the phrase there. Queen of Wands in reverse. That's how I'm reading that card. So the heart attack. And sorry, can't make it, can't fly, I'm in hospital. Tell us about that. Real or staged as an excuse? Five of Wands, it's in reverse. I'm getting that it might have been quite a convenient medical emergency just to get him out of this difficult environment that he found himself in. The Five of Wands is ambition, conflict, rivalry, nothing in common, awkward. This is Meghan's ambition, Meghan's desire to climb the greasy pole. That's the climbing the greasy pole card, the Five of Wands. In reverse, he didn't want to be involved in it. It's not his world, not his ambition. He felt out of place, he felt awkward, he felt embarrassed. He knew he was embarrassing to her, that she was ashamed of him. That's how I'm reading this card. Oh, chest pains, very likely chest pains with this Knight of Swords. If you know anyone with heart disease, I certainly do. Stress can bring on that kind of issue, which can go away when there isn't stress. Hospital, oh, can't make it, so sorry. That's how it's reading for me. It's a sad reading. I get a very sad late queen here, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You couldn't understand, what's this about? She would have made him feel comfortable. She would have gone, and I'm feeling quite emotional when I say that, she would have gone out of her way to make him feel welcome and at ease and not embarrassed about himself. But he was, and he felt it. I think he was on the surface given everything that he needed in terms of material comfort and arrangements and stuff like that. But emotions, where's the emotions? Where's the cups? Where's the, I'll do anything to help you, I'll fly over with you, I'll go out there, bring Harry, we'll fly out with you, make sure you're comfortable, introduce you to everyone, all of that. Nothing like that that's showing up for me. in this energy reading, and old Queen of Wands in reverse. It was all about her. She didn't want to be embarrassed. She didn't want to be made to feel like a zero when all the celebrities were there that she really wanted to impress and she really wanted to connect with. It doesn't reflect well on her, in my opinion. That's the reading. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.